Hi everyone, I'm Gemma Redmond and I'm the owner of Gemma Redmond Vintage. Thanks very much for joining me on this sunny Friday. I'm here today to share with you some recent additions to the Gemma Redmond Vintage collection. I have 8 pieces to go through with you today. As always, these pieces will be being added to the website from next week. However, if you'd like to find out more about any of them in the meantime, please do send me a message and I can provide you with some further details, some images, and you're also welcome to make a purchase if you wish to do so. So without further ado, let's get started. As always, I'll begin by sharing with you the pieces that I'm wearing. First of all, let's start with these really elegant and timeless, I'm sure you'll agree, Art Deco earrings. These earrings date from circa 1920. They're constructed from silver and they're set with the brightest, shiniest paste stones. As you can see, they're a typical linear, geometric Art Deco design full of that elegance of the era. I'll put my hair up so you can have a little look at the drop on them and how smartly they fall and how beautifully they sit. They are screwbacks, so I'll just unscrew them slightly so that you can have a closer look at them. These are really straightforward and easy to fasten in, and they secure to the ear really well. As you can see, there's a sort of delicate, almost fleur-de-lis design at the top of them, just here, with the drop falling beneath, and it's almost like a sort of arrowhead design at the bottom. I'll just show you the reverse too, and you can see the screw mechanism. Okay, next let's move on to the necklace I'm wearing. This is also an Art Deco piece, but more 1930s. This necklace was created in Czechoslovakia and it's constructed from gilded metal, and set within the gilded metal panels are these wonderful mirror glass panels. They have they are etched with a sort of linear design, almost forming like a grill-like pattern, and they have a lovely texture to them, which, as you can see when I move, catches the light really effectively. It's a really soft pink hue, the mirror glass in this necklace, which is perfect for spring and summer, and also great for perhaps layering with other pieces of similar colours or delicate silvers and soft golds too. I'll just unhook the necklace for you. It fastens with a bolt ring, so it's really easy to take on and off, as you can see. You can see the reverse here is lovely and shiny and in great condition. And you can see that these mirror glass panels extend right the way around the length of the necklace. As you can see, they're really beautiful and shiny and reflect the light and shimmer really elegantly. Okay, next let's move on to the bracelet I'm wearing today. This bracelet is again an Art Deco piece, and it's a really lovely example of later Art Deco 1930s styling, with its bow-like motifs right around the length of the bracelet. As you can see, it's made from silver-toned metal and it's set with paste stones. The paste stones are round but also baguette in shape, which give this really textural effect to the ribbon-like sections of the bow motifs in the bracelet. It almost looks as if the bows are crumpled and folding. It really catches the light well, as you can see. It fastens with a box clasp and has a safety chain too for extra assurance that it won't slide off. And I'll just hold it up again so you can see these motifs in more detail. It really is a great 1930s design. It's very easy to imagine Ginger Rogers having worn this piece with her romantic frothy dresses. Okay, next let's move on to yet another Art Deco piece. These pieces all complement each other really well, I'm sure you'll agree. Again, another bow motif, and this piece dates from the Art Deco era, as I've mentioned, probably 1930s again. It's constructed from silver and it's set with pastes in the bow motif and in this lovely drop suspended from it. It's almost a fob style brooch. And then beneath all these pastes we have a lovely faceted crystal which is in an open back mount, so it really catches the light effectively and it shines through it really impactfully. As you can see on the back, there's a lovely short secure fastening pin, and this piece beneath moves with the wearer too, which is a nice touch. So there it is for scale. Perhaps it could be worn on a lapel like this, or maybe even at the top of a buttoned up shirt perhaps, or in the bottom of a V-neck here, like so. Next, a really unusual and early piece to share with you. This piece is most likely French in origin, and it dates from the mid to late 1800s. It's constructed from gilded metal and is a beautiful locket. As you can see on the reverse here, there is a section which can be opened and a token placed inside. Most probably a lock of hair would have been placed inside this piece. It's really unusual in its construction in that the top glass stone here and the central large glass stone here are two-tone. So they have pink glass at the bottom, and then at the top of the glass there is a mirrored glass section which has been moulded on top of the piece. It's really unusual. I haven't seen anything like it before, and it's so effective too, as I'm sure you'll agree. You can see the pink and the mirrored glass sitting beautifully on top of it. It's very pretty indeed. This stone here at the centre is surrounded by a halo of shimmering paste stones, and it's a really early and elegant piece, I'm sure you'll agree. So it is designed to be worn as a pendant. It has a bail at the top here, so it would sit elegantly hung from a chain, perhaps individually or with other charms if you wish. So that's the mid to late 1800s French glass pendant. Next, I have another French piece. This French piece, however, dates from the 1930s into the 1940s. This brooch was created in Limoges, as some of you will recognise. It has a central panel of Limoges enamel, and it has a floral design created from poured glass. Here we have yellow, blue and red flowers at the centre. It's written on the back that the brooch was created in Limoges too, which is a nice detail, and it has a good secure trombone clasp. As you can see, being florals, it's pretty and perfect for summer, perhaps to wear if you're a wedding guest, and looks really elegant pinned to a lapel. Next, a pair of fun and much later earrings. These earrings date from the 1960s, and they're detailed with pink plastic beads and green plastic beads. They create a floral motif at the top and then are suspended from a chain beneath in sort of a cluster effect. They're clip-ons, as I can show you just here, and when worn they're really effective. They move really well and look really quirky. So these are, as I'm sure you'll agree, again perfect for summer with their bright pinks, and would look great perhaps worn on holiday with a beach dress perhaps. I'll just hold my hair up so you can see the length and impact of them. They almost have a look of designs by the Capolari Topo company. However, these are from the 1960s and aren't by this company, but really have that look. Okay, and finally I have one more brooch to share with you. This brooch was created in France and was most likely created by Louis Rousselet. It features some really unusual glass beads and glass stones. We have an opaline glass bead made to look like petals. Then at the centre, some pink glass floral beads in a similar design to the necklace I shared with you last week. And then some opaline glass beads all around the centre again, which are detailed with pale green blobs around the outside. So they're really unusual and have lots of texture to them too. On the reverse, the stones and beads are all mounted onto a filigree backing, and we have a trombone clasp just here too. As you can see, this floral design looks great with pinks and pastel colours, and again would perhaps be perfect to be worn if you're a wedding guest. Here it is worn on a lapel, but again it would look great perhaps worn at the top of a buttoned up shirt too. So that's my selection of pieces to share with you this week. Let's just recap what we have. I have these fabulous pink plastic and green plastic bead 1960s dangly earrings. This really pretty French brooch, most likely by Louis Rousselet, dating from the 1950s. I also have these really stylish and timeless Art Deco silver and paste earrings. This 1930s Czechoslovakian mirror glass necklace. This Art Deco silver paste and crystal fob brooch. This French Limoges enamel floral brooch dating from 1930s, 1940s. And this exceptionally rare mid to late 1800s glass and paste pendant and locket, most likely French in origin. That's my selection of pieces to share with you this week, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thanks very much for staying through to the end, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.